Did you miss me, guys? No? Well, here we are in the usual spot, plastic table, laptop, and we're going back to my roots today with some really bad Drake and Josh fan fictions. I found this little stash of just really bad fan fictions, a big stash, actually, and just like finding stuff like this just makes me a little excited. This little like part on the internet, like no one's probably looked before, with just tons of bad content. I mean, no one's probably thought to even look on this website before. It looks like it gave up in like 2006. So the stash of fan fictions is all written by the same person named Kashikoi Kun, and she has 95 stories, and from what I can tell, it looks like they all have a very consistent like awfulness. And to show you what I mean, I'm gonna read some of the little blurbs that like go along with their stories. Carl accidentally blends Perry's cell phone. Will Perry get angry? Will Carl commit suicide? What will happen? Please read to find out what will happen. Please don't blend a cell phone in real life. Merry Christmas 2012. Drake accidentally breaks Megan's arm. Find out how. So yeah, she has some Drake and Josh stories, and I love Drake and Josh. So we're gonna take a look at some of them, starting with pranking. Audrey and Walter, Drake and Josh's parents, were on a cruise for 3 weeks. Megan was sleeping, Josh was working on a project. Drake came and asked, "What are you doing?" So he just came and asked, where did he, Thanks for the detail. Josh said, "I am working on an invention that can make Megan not pull pranks on us. This will fix her disorder." Drake said, "How do you use it?" Josh replied, "You make her swallow it and it starts taking effect. But Megan must be asleep while this is swallowed." It's good when you're writing sentences not to repeat words a lot in your sentences or have unnecessary information in your sentences, or you're going to sound like this with your sentences. In Megan's room, Drake and Josh opened Megan's door and saw Megan tucked in her bed. You don't have to tell us that we're in Megan's room if the words right after that are Drake and Josh opened Megan's door. We could have used the extra detail for Drake came and asked. They approached her bed and Josh dug in the bedsheet. He felt something and pulled it, like anyone would do. Drake said, "You seriously tore the butt off from Megan's PJs." Josh said, "Let's just take the blanket off of her." They did so and saw that Megan
slept the other way.
Right, like we have a preconception of which way Megan sleeps. Drake approached his 11-year-old sister and stretched her mouth open. Josh said, "Now I have to put this pill in her mouth." We know that Drake is not the smartest guy in the world, but I don't think Josh really needs to remind Drake of what they're doing there. Alright, time to stretch Megan's... Wait, what are we doing here? How did I get here? Drake said, "Wait a minute. Let's pull some pranks on her." The next day, Megan woke up and went into Drake and Josh's room. She came in when Drake and Josh were laughing. Megan asked, "What are you laughing about?" Now get ready for this Aaron Sorkin level dialogue. Ready? Drake asked, "Were you sleepwalking again? Because your PJs doesn't have a butt on it, and we kind of can see your butt." Yeah, Drake, a classic case of sleepwalking and ripping off your PJ butt coverage fabric. Megan looked at her PJs and covered her butt and was blushing. She went in her room and a water bucket fell on her head. She walked backwards and fell down the stairs. Okay, well, that's a good one, but the water bucket thing doesn't actually make sense because Megan would have already had to walk out of her room to get to Drake and Josh's room, so the water bucket would have already fallen over. The next fanfiction we're taking a look at is called Mood Swings. And before we get into that, Kashikoi Kun wants us to know that this fanfiction is rated T for Great Depression. Probably what I'm going to have after reading this. I would read the first sentence, but this is how long it is, and there's no periods. It doesn't even end with a period, so I'm just going to give you the highlights. Drake and Josh were in charge of the house. They were having frequent mood swings. And Megan basically slips on a piece of butter that's just lying on the floor, and she spills her food on Drake and Josh's science project. So Drake and Josh get mad at Megan, and they communicate to each other using sign language that Megan couldn't understand. I know this is a fiction, but you're really telling us that Drake has the ability to learn sign language. This guy.
Okay, so how do we buy some? Can't. Says here they're only available in South America.
You put cumin in his waffles? You told me to put cumin in his waffles. I said cinnamon. Cinnamon. Well, what's the difference?
What year was the Battle of Hastings fought?
2364?
Drake said, "Okay, Megan, we are afraid we will have to give you a spanking." Josh angrily and strictly said, "Now lay on the table." Megan was frightened and said, "Yes, sir." She was lying on the table. She screamed while Drake and Josh angrily and quickly pulled Megan's pants off, pulled her panties down, and spanked her. Yeah. I don't think this author even cares about Drake and Josh. I think she just read some erotic novel and was like, yeah, I'll just take these random characters from another thing and have them do some sexual stuff. People have done it before. Drake strictly said, "Now go upstairs." Megan went upstairs. That's the end. That's the last sentence. Beautiful. Well, those are some terrible stories. I'll put Kashikoi Kun's link in the description if you want to read some more of her stories. And if you're in the mood for some Great Depression. I'm glad to be back making fun of something with you guys. It's been like 3-4 months maybe since my last video like this. I don't know. But I'm out from school right now, so I'm gonna have a lot more time to make videos. And until the next one, thank you for watching.